Our open innovation activities and programs at ENGIE are manifold, from the detection and support of our entrepreneurial projects, the scouting and testing of external startup solutions, for investment, for startup collaborations, for acquisition, as well as building new ventures with the various constituents of this very rich open innovation ecosystem. For detecting our entrepreneurs, we have the yearly innovation trophies, for which we receive over 500 projects every year. And then after beyond the trophies, we try to help the finalists in reaching their goals and objectives. In terms of the external startup ecosystems, we have calls for projects, where we ask for startup solutions on concrete problematics of our various different BUs. And in our venture builders, ENGIE factories in Paris, Singapore, and Latin America, we build new ventures with the help of our startups, our entrepreneurs, and sometimes just serial entrepreneurs who can help us build these ventures for the future. Measuring success and KPIs for open innovation is a very important aspect of bringing impact with open innovation for our business. Therefore, even though every single program and initiative may have its own KPIs, its own milestones, generally our KPIs revolve around value creation and replicability. Value creation in terms of bringing operational performance, bringing new economies to our different operating entities, but also value creation in terms of bringing new revenue streams through our new business models. Also very important in these times when everything is about decarbonization is bringing us closer to our decarbonization objectives and other environmental, societal, and other non-financial objectives. Having a good value creation on a project level is great, but what's even more important is to be able to replicate that to bring true impact to the group. Therefore, apart from the value creation itself, we're always looking at the potential of the project to replicate and bring impact at a global scale. The key advances this year in our open innovation have been a much stronger focus on the business impact. Innovation in itself is very good, and we have done a lot of good work in acculturizing our employees towards innovation. Now we really need to focus on how this innovation is going to bring business impact. Therefore, we have created innovation roadmaps along the key strategic axis of the group, with clear targets and milestones on these innovations where we're trying to be front runners on our markets. Therefore, people who are managing these roadmaps can look for the building blocks already existent in our research labs, in our innovation projects, but can also look externally to find the blocks that are missing. Very important also is how do we monitor the progress, and how do we report on all of these different activities. And so one of the key advances in the future will be figuring out a much better reporting and much better transparency of these various initiatives. The main COVID impact for our group has been in the field operations. Every time a supervisor, a technician, an operator needs to get into contact and needs to get on site, obviously with the restrictions of movement and physical contact has been constrained in their normal activities. On the other hand, this brought about many innovations which favor a contactless and distant type of operation, which we find bring a lot of efficiency even post-COVID. So we have found ways of using video and photos taken by people who are on site, either our clients or others, to be able to surpass these difficulties and actually gained a lot of efficiencies in the process. In the innovation at large, we haven't really seen a huge COVID impact. We received as many or actually more innovation files this year than was normal. In terms of the due diligence for the startup scouting, obviously there were some restraints, and therefore some of this went in a slower manner than usual due to the constraints of site visits. But on the other hand, this was an opportunity for ENGIE New Ventures to support the portfolio startups in their cash positions to get them through these difficult times. The key areas of focus for our research and innovation activities obviously mirror those of the key strategic objectives of our group. Given our strong ambitions in renewables, there's a lot of research and innovation going into making our renewable assets more competitive, more flexible, more sustainable, more digital. We also have a large focus on everything which is green gases, whether it be hydrogen, biogas, given that we have large gas infrastructures which we need to make adapted to these new green gases as we move forward. And lastly, we have a number of clients who we need to support in their decarbonization journeys. So all of the different innovations around energy efficiency, around reuse of materials and waste, around local energy production, green PPAs and digital solutions, which can help our clients in their decarbonization journey, are at the forefront of our innovation initiatives.